So welcome to the Author Spotlight. My name is Arilia Winn. I'm the owner and operator of Winn Publications. Good morning, and if you don't mind introducing yourself, tell us a little bit about who you are, maybe what you do full-time, and where you're located.
Well, my name is AM Gilliam. I am a full-time mom, a full-time medical accountant, a up-and-coming business owner, and a author. And I do that on the side. It's my saving. Right now, I am in the process of transitioning from working a full-time job in the medical field to full-time author and business owner. So that's currently what I'm doing right now.
Nice. And where are you from?
I was born in Richmond, raised in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And moved back to Richmond as an adult. So.
Okay, Richmond, California, or Virginia?
Virginia, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I said that.
Okay, I was like, oh, Bay Area. Okay, but then I thought to ask. Okay, nice. So, okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about your book. Can you tell us about your books and maybe what genre do they relate to?
Okay, well, I have one published book as of right now. It's called Sweet Serenity. And it is a contemporary romance novel with a hint of erotica. It's basically about getting over grief and how grief can sometimes cause you to venture out and do something that you normally wouldn't do. And in doing that, you find, a treasure hidden in, the smaller spaces in life. I published that book in 2017 via Net Century Publishing. Current day, they are out of business, so I self-published it again in 2019 via Amazon, and it's currently on there. It's currently available to buy on Amazon for $3.99, and it is also available on Kindle Unlimited. My book that's about to be published, the publication date is March 16th, and it's called Redemption. And that's about finding love during mental illness, dealing with mental illness. I went through a series of mental health issues after I had my child back in 2017. And so that book was very therapeutic for me because not a lot of people know what postpartum depression is and postpartum psychosis is. And so I used that book to kind of pour out what I was dealing with and, to give someone like myself a happy ending. Like I found, with my child's father and my fiance. It's a book about second chances, as well as finding yourself in the midst of so much stuff you have going on. It's a very heart-wrenching, heart-pulling book, and I hope that everyone enjoys it just as much as I enjoyed writing it. That's what's going to come out on March 16th, and I'm currently working on a paranormal romance series. The scheduled publication date should be September 1st, if everything goes good and I'm able to write like I want to. But it's a series of paranormal romance books based on a specific city. The city is it's not really small, but it's modern and it's medium-sized, and it's a city with humans and creatures alike. It's going to be called The Creatures of Monday. And it's my first paranormal series, and I'm very excited to write it. And it's been super fun. I'm about halfway between the first book, and it's super fun. I'm definitely loving the change from contemporary romance and erotica to paranormal romance with a splash of erotica. So I'm hoping that everyone will like it, and it's definitely been a journey to venture out from what I'm normally, I'm used to, than, to something else.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting. So your genres are so different from each other. How do you, how do you turn off like the romance side to do like a paranormal book, or do you?
The paranormal book has a touch of romance. It's basically it's a romance book, but it's with paranormal creatures. The creatures are any type of paranormal, which is shapeshifters and demons and stuff like that. And these creatures are falling in love with their likeness or humans or anything like that. So it's different because the details are more specific when it comes to paranormal. But at the same time, I'm crossing genres in a way because it's going to be romance. It's going to be a romantic book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So then what has been the toughest challenge that you faced in becoming an author?
Time. I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, time would be the most difficult thing that I deal with right now. Being a full-time mom, I work full-time, 40+ hours a week, and I'm also a small business owner as well. I own an event planning business, an interior decorating business as well.
Oh, wow.
So I don't have any time, so I literally have to make time and, write, when I have to write. I set time, an hour a day in the morning and an hour at night so I can write, So I feel like time is one of the most precious things that we have, and I wish I had some more.
Right? If we could just have 27 hours in a day, maybe.
Exactly. We will be okay.
Right? Okay. So then, all right, let's talk to those who might be listening right now. Do you have any advice or lessons that you can offer to other writers that might be in the process of writing?
Stay focused. I know that everyone out here, we have lives outside of our writing. We have lives things that we deal with on a daily basis that could deter us from writing and keep us from writing. Don't lose focus. The journey is just as important as the finish line, and pushing yourself to complete your book is one of the most promising and fulfilling feelings that you will ever share. So if you're having difficulty writing, if you're, even in your day-to-day life, keep pushing, stay focused. The end goal is so important, but also the journey is too. So that's what I would say.
Absolutely. Hey, I couldn't agree more. That's right on. So, have you ever encountered any moments, I guess since your last book came out, that made you feel like you wanted to quit writing? And then if so, how did you handle it?
Yes. When my first book released in April of 2017, I just found I was pregnant that same day. And I was so discouraged. My friends were bitter. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't even know if I could continue to write. I had so many marketing opportunities that I was supposed to do. And I really felt like I needed to give up, and focus more on my child and, my day-to-day living. And I kind of did for a while, about a year and a half. And once I got diagnosed with postpartum depression after my daughter was about 3.5, 4 months, I kind of used writing to help me. And it ended up having the opposite effect I thought it would. I thought writing would kind of deter me from being able to take care of my daughter and cause me to lose focus from taking care of my daughter. But it was actually the opposite. I ended up being more alert when it came to my child. I ended up being more loving because I was pouring all of these feelings that I was feeling with my sickness into, my book that I was writing. So I was able to kind of open my chest up and, let all of my feelings out on paper. And, as my daughter got older and I started taking my medication and doing things that I was supposed to do, the writing, once I finished the book, it was kind of like a huge weight had left off of me, because in the process of finishing and writing each chapter of my book, part of my mental, depression kind of stripped away. And by the time I was done with my book, I felt freer, I felt lighter, I felt, better than I'd had in a couple of years, So I just finished my book at the end of 2019. So it took me years because of my mental state. But once I started chipping away at that depression and at that feeling that I was feeling towards, myself and my mind and my, all these issues that I was having after my pregnancy, it, gave me, writing actually helped instead of deterred me like I thought it would. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Yeah. You're actually the first person that I've spoken to that has said anything about, just the healing powers that writing does have. And I totally believe in it. I 100% believe everything that you've said, just because, so I used to go to school to become a marriage and family therapist. So I did that for about 3 years until I experienced some mental health illnesses myself. And so I just haven't gone back yet, but I might. But that's something that we have talked about is art therapy. And like part of art therapy is like writing or drawing or just being creative in some way, and how that helps people like unpack their feelings. And like you said, they feel lighter and they feel better, and just it's all around just positive results. And so absolutely, I'm glad that you were able to use writing in that way. So what would you say are your top 3 things that keep you going? Like, why do you keep putting out books?
I put out books because I wanted to make when I was a little girl. I used to always love stories. I love to make up stories. I love to read stories. I was always writing something. I always had a journal, ever since I was a really young, 10 years old. And as I got older, going through the phases of life, middle school, high school, books was more of like an escape for me, for, dealing with high school stuff, how that is. And dealing with, just growing up in general, books were more of an escape for me. I felt like I want to give someone else that feeling, whatever you're dealing with. If you have, whatever I was dealing with at the time, if I had a book, I wouldn't think about it. I wouldn't have to deal with anything negative. My book would be on the movie I was reading in so many words, So I want someone, anyone, even if I don't care how old you are, even if, whatever you're dealing with, a book can always help. It's one of the most therapeutic things that you can do. It's like reading a movie. I always say, the visualization, it just it lets you escape from reality when necessary, And I want to give someone else, and honestly, my daughter, I want that. She is my most precious thing in this world, and leaving her something that she can, see, hear, read, anything, if it just gets, I'm gone, God forbid, she would be able to, have something that her mom did and be proud of her mom. I want my daughter to be proud of me, so everything I do for her and my readers, because at the end of the day, the readers are, the most important people, and also I want to be able to help, other authors, and other people aspiring to write, because I know how difficult writing is. I've been doing it so long, I know how the challenges people face, and I want to be able to give someone, another writer, an opportunity to build themselves, to the point where they're writing bestsellers, they're on getting awards, something like that. I want to pass that. I want to have the opportunity to help someone else.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. So, wow, it has been a awesome time talking to you. I appreciate it so much. Is there anything else that you would want to share or offer to the writing community?
I just want to say thank you guys at Winn Publishing for taking the time out and hearing my story and hearing how I became, how I am now. And I'm just very grateful for this opportunity, and I'm very grateful for the readers and writers even who read my romance novels and hopefully will read my upcoming series. I do appreciate everything you guys do for me, and I appreciate you guys' support. So thank you guys, and thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely. You're welcome.